Hey guys, this is part 2 of my 3-part series on managing group work. In part 1, we looked at the importance of who is in your group, but in this video, we're going to be looking at how those group members should be interacting to make your group run as smooth as possible. Specifically, we're going to be focusing on managing group processes. Here we go. Hey guys, I'm Mike Linsky. I'm an OB professor at the Ted Rogers School of Management. In weekly videos, I leverage my student-professor experiences to share insights in terms of how you can better manage your student life. I generally stick to topics that are not taught in the classroom, but learn the hard way throughout university life. So if you're in college or uni or will be soon, hit subscribe and check out my weekly clips that should make your life more manageable over the next little bit. All right, let's jump into it. Group processes refer to how group members work together to get the work done. This is all about talking about things in advance before you actually start doing them. Now, I know it sounds super easy, talk first, work later, but it's actually super tough and it's very, very challenging and often something overlooked by many individuals working in groups, whether we're talking about students in school or employees in an organization. If you've worked with somebody in the past or done a similar task before, people generally assume that they're all on the same page and they jump right into execution mode rather than hashing out things and understanding the guidelines and expectations for each individual in the group. And then as things are actually working and they're trying to complete their tasks, problems emerge because they haven't thought about every single instance that might occur. So my big recommendation is your first meeting up front, you're going to be talking about things you're bad at. To avoid certain tasks within the group. You're going to talk about things that you're good at. To link yourself with certain tasks that are required within the group, as well as you're going to be talking about obligations that are conflictual with the group. So the times you can work, the times you can't work. Now, I know all these things might sound a little bit nerdy, and nobody wants to be a nerd in university. However, they will make the process of groups, working in a group, incredibly smooth. People respect you for your transparency. Another recommendation is that you ensure that the work is distributed fairly. Now, I know you're thinking, if work is distributed unfairly, but I get the big advantage, why would I complain? Because it'll actually bite you in the butt in the tail end. Because if somebody feels that they've been treated unfairly, as you can see you would have if you discovered this later on, you start complaining later on, right? You can start complaining at the last minute and you might have to try to cover up for them. Or in the worst case, that group member who feels that they were treated unfairly might start shirking off their duties and not doing them entirely. Note that I said shirking off duties and not jerking off duties. Those two mean two very different things. Now, some professors might try to overcome some of these hurdles by hashing out a group contract or peer evaluation, but frankly, those things never work because if students don't give two shits about what they're doing on the job, then, well, they're not going to keep their words to what they say they're going to do in the group contract. However, I should make a big note in terms of peer evaluations. My approach to peer evaluations is something similar to you would see on, I don't know, Survivor. It's all about building the coalition within your group, okay? So if you have a group of 5 people, you're gonna wanna have at least 3 people to say that that are gonna vouch for you and say that you're hardworking and you contributed in everything that you say, really to back you up. So that's it for part 2 of my 3-part series on surviving group work. In the next video, I'll be telling you about the most important thing you need to know when conducting group work. So hit subscribe, select the notifications tab so you can be alerted when the next video pops up.